We start with breaking news out of Lehigh this afternoon, and you look up and you can see it. We have a rollover accident on 400 South, I-15 in Lehigh. It's blocking about 2 lanes of traffic. Quite a mess there. Our top story at noon. Police now say an attempted abduction in Bountiful did not happen. Thank you for joining us for Live at Noon. I'm Max Roth.
And I'm Dora Scheidel. Fox 13 Scott McCain has more on what police are saying about this false report.
Police, parents, and local school officials all on high alert after what allegedly happened very near here on Monday afternoon. A school-age girl from South Davis Junior High telling police that a stranger tried to abduct her not long after classes ended yesterday and that fellow students came to her aid, scaring the suspect off. Well, late this morning, police confirming that it was all a hoax. After re-interviewing the alleged victim this morning, police say the story is bogus, that for reasons still unknown, she made it all up. Her abduction claim, given extra attention via social media last night, well, it led police to increase patrols around the school this morning. However, that same media attention helped detectives figure out that there were inconsistencies in the alleged victim's story.
Social media and certainly the media attention this has been given has helped us to get the information quickly that we needed to find those inconsistencies to determine this was a false report. It takes the whole community comes together in an event like this to make that happen. You can see that the school district, the police department, we take these reports extremely seriously, and we have to, as being responsible for the safety of these children.
So Lieutenant Edwards going on to say that this is a situation where it's better safe than sorry. They're glad they were able to get to the bottom of this, and they're extremely grateful there isn't someone out there, some stranger, trying to abduct children here in the area. In Bountiful, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.
The Los Hermanos Mexican restaurant that burnt down in Provo has announced they have a new location. On Facebook, they say they now have a lease with University Place in Orem. The downtown Provo location burst into flames 3 weeks ago. No date yet when the new location will open. An earthquake shook parts of Utah overnight. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a 2.5 magnitude earthquake hit Bluffdale. Man, have they been getting hit a lot lately, just after 1 this morning. This comes not long after a 4.5 magnitude earthquake near the Utah-Colorado border in Dove Creek yesterday morning. That one likely human-caused.
Seismologists believe human activity is responsible for causing that earthquake, as Max just said. It shook southeastern and central Utah from the bottom corner of the state all the way up through Price yesterday morning. Seismologists at the University of Utah say a government project to inject saltwater brine deep into the ground may have induced the shaking. They inject the water to prevent it from flowing into the Colorado River.
I remember just feeling, like the bed shaking, and, to me it seemed like there was like a dump truck or a grader just going down and chowing up the asphalt.
It was an earthquake. It was an earthquake. Did you feel it? And I go, yeah, we felt it, and we were just kind of shocked.
In a statement, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation says high-pressure brine induction has been known to trigger small earthquakes in the past, and today's event was within the range of previously induced earthquakes.
Taking a live look from outside, this is our Intermountain camera shot looking at Mount Olympus, and it is so pretty. Some wispy clouds up above. Boy, the title there says warm temps. Is it warm out there, Allison?
Yeah, temperatures today going to be, in the 40s and 50s again for many of you guys. But the bigger story is a warm storm arriving tonight. So a live look from our Oquirrh cam from above Salt Lake County. It's beautiful right now, 48 degrees with our wind out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. So it might feel a little bit cooler, but guys, we've got a lot of moisture that'll be making its way into the state. We're beginning to see some showers across southwest Utah, but here across northern Utah, we don't have a whole lot going on besides the clouds currently. Temperature-wise, we're in the 40s here along the Wasatch Front and the Wasatch Back, in the 30s, 20 right now for Evanston, 29 in Bear Lake, but the rest of us just a little bit warmer than that. But 40s and 50s here across a lot of the state currently. Those temperatures will continue to climb a little bit over the next couple of hours, and then we're going to have chances for rain later this evening. So my top headlines for you guys today: that warm storm arrives tonight. The atmospheric river bringing a ton of moisture across the region. And surprisingly, I've got a pollen count for you guys. So if you've got allergies, something's high today. I'll tell you what it is coming up in just a little bit.
Thanks, Allison. Thousands are signing a petition to keep 2 dogs alive after one of them bit off a 4-year-old's hand. The petition was started by Jessica Ness, who's best friends with the owner of the dogs. She says her friend is distraught over what happened in their Layton neighborhood. She says Polar and Bear are 1-year-old huskies who are very playful. Jessica was shocked when she found out one of the dogs bit off a little boy's hand. But when she found out that the boy put his hand under the fence with a sock on it, she realized it was just an accident.
The dogs probably thought it was just a play toy and they didn't know any better.
Jessica says the dogs would never knowingly attack a child and have never had any issues in the past. Right now, her petition has more than 15,000 signatures. The dogs are being held by Davis County Animal Control while investigation continues.
Every animal that breaks skin in Davis County will be quarantined for 10 days for a rabies observation. There's a severe injury to a human, so we are doing a dangerous dog investigation, which could range from nothing being done if the dogs are found that they aren't dangerous, that there were enough mitigating factors for the circumstances, to up to and including euthanasia if a judge determines that the dog should be seized and Davis County should take custody of them.
Animal Control says they will collect statements from everyone involved, including the dog's owners, the parents of the victim, and first responders.
Today, the Utah Department of Transportation will showcase their high-tech avalanche control. UDOT says it has a specialized team tasked with keeping drivers safe while going through Little Cottonwood Canyon during avalanche season. They say that they trigger about 250 avalanches in the canyon each winter to make sure the road stays clear. We're expecting to get an inside look at UDOT's avalanche control tactics at 3 this afternoon. That'll be fun to show you. Today, Icon ski passes go on sale for the 2019-2020 season. These will give you unlimited access to Solitude Mountain Resort in Utah, as well as other ski resorts around the world. Solitude skiers will be happy to hear the resort is working on some upgrades. That's partly thanks to a $181 million investment from Alterra Mountain Company, the owner of the resort. Skiers will notice some safety improvements and some new snowmaking equipment.
Today, a bill to ban conversion therapy is going before the House Judiciary Committee on Utah's Capitol Hill. The bill would prohibit licensed therapists from trying to change a LGBTQ child's sexual orientation or gender identity. There was some tense debate last week over whether it interfered with a child's decision or religious and cultural influences in Utah.
A hate crimes bill has now gone further in the legislature than ever before, although there is another hate crimes bill that exists, the law that's passed, but is ineffective largely. Yesterday, lawmakers voted 19-9 to pass Senator Daniel Thatcher's hate crimes bill. It adds a sentencing enhancement for crimes that target people for things like race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, and gender identity. The bill has also been modified to add protections like homelessness, marital status, and if you're in law enforcement. The bill was not advanced without an emotional debate.
We have reached a tipping point where almost 70% of Utahns agree that this is a policy we need to move forward with.
This bill, while well-intended, is volatile to the principles we agreed to as a legislative body, i.e., increased incarceration does not treat the offender.
The bill faces one more vote in the Senate, a procedural vote. If it passes there, it goes to the House.
More than 56,000 Americans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year, but a new treatment being tested at the Huntsman Cancer Institute may bring them some hope. It's actually the combination of 2 pills, which are already FDA approved. One usually treats malaria and the other melanoma. A physician scientist at the Huntsman Cancer Institute says when the drugs are combined, they kill pancreatic cancer cells.
We have treated one patient thus far, and we did have quite a remarkable response for him.
Before treatment, that patient was given just weeks to live, but after treatment, he survived for 8 months. Doctors say this treatment also has fewer negative side effects, and this success allowed for a clinical trial, which is currently underway at Huntsman Cancer Institute.
The search and rescue efforts resume in areas hard hit by deadly tornadoes. I'm Ray Bogan in Lee County, Alabama. I've got the details coming up.
And coming up at 12:30, the driver who shot video of a massive avalanche in Colorado is now talking about it, what that experience was like to see.